So this just happened. This desk collapsed on top of the chair. This one did not. As we were raising them up to get ready to move the bed back up, that happened. So I'm not exactly sure what caused that, but we're gonna dig into it and see if we can figure out what's going on. Luckily, nobody was underneath it. Nobody got hurt. But
yeah, you could see the different heights.
It was up to here and just dropped.
And I can't believe everything's still on it.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We sold our house along with almost everything we owned, and we packed up the RV to live a lifestyle on the road. Now we're free from sticks and bricks and that old life we used to know. Come and join on our adventures, all the places that we'll go. And living in the RV is sublime. Destination Fulltime.
I think it was Matt's fault. So I figured out what the problem is. There's a set screw over here on that. Let's see if I can show you. Right there. That looks like it's loosened up, which causes this to come loose. So there's that. Now we have to figure out how to get this bed or this desk and this desk level again. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Looks like you're sitting on comfort.
Yes, the timing for this couldn't be any better because we just recently changed out this old mattress to a RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. So at least I'm working in comfort, not sitting on a hard surface.
Concrete. That's what the other one felt like. Concrete. So that's all it was? You have to tighten that? Is that supposed to happen?
Yes. So we take this out. All that holds that in place is a set screw on that side. There's no set screw on the other side. So now I think what we have to do is get a tape measure. What we have to do is measure this. So we're 25.5 inches on that side and 25.5 inches on the other side. Luckily this chair caught it with the armrest. So now what I'm going to do is bring down this side to 25.5 inches. Excuse the mess. Everything's out of whack. Come bring it down a little more.
Which one?
Down.
This?
No, the bed, honey.
This.
The bed.
This.
All the way.
This.
That one. Come on. Come on. Come on. A little more. A little more. A little more. That up a touch. That's perfect. So we're gonna insert this back in. Now that's solid. It's not gonna slip off either side. I'm assuming probably just vibrations from going down the road caused that to loosen up over time. Let's see. Moment of truth.
Wow. Are they the same height though?
We're about to find out. Now I'm going to measure 35 and a quarter, or I'm sorry, 53 and a quarter. Ooh, 52. What did I say the other one was? 53? What did I say?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, 53 and about a quarter.
And that side's 52?
Uh-huh.
Let me get this out of the way.
Yeah, 52. So this side's an inch lower.
Well, I gotta fix it. How do you do that?
Can I do all I just did over again? Alright guys, we measured and measured and adjusted, and we probably did this up and down act about 6 or 7 times before I came to the realization that when that shaft comes out of the gearbox, basically the side that collapsed basically free rolls, and so all the measuring and everything we did was fine down below, but then when I would go back up and put the shaft back into the motor housing, I didn't realize that there was slack in the line, so that was causing me to be about an inch or so off, and so every time we did the adjustment it would fail and it wouldn't go up evenly. So the end fix was basically turning the shaft a little more than a quarter turn to take any slack out and to get that realigned. And then when we did that, when we did that, you can see that we had better success. Alright gang, we've adjusted and adjusted and adjusted, and I am tired of adjusting. So we think we got it. So Julie's measured, we're now just a tiny little 1/8 of an inch off from side to side, best we can tell. So I'm gonna flip the levers and raise it up and see if we can get the bed locked up. I would recommend, because this is a giant pain in the backside, I would recommend on your monthly or at least quarterly maintenance schedule that you get up there and check that set screw and make sure it's tight so this doesn't happen to you. What do you think? Gonna work?
It'll work.
I don't know, this is like the 7th time we've done this.
Was that a double latch?
I was a double latch. Scared the dog.
That means it's fixed?
Means it's fixed. It means now we put these back on. After we raise this up. I will say this though, you know, we travel on average every couple weeks, and we've been in this RV for 2.5 years. This is the first problem we've had with the Happijacs, so not a bad track record. How I tell the height is based on the arms. That's about the way I like it, just enough to get my fingers under it. So, as you can tell, things happen. Bad things happen. I would highly recommend that you never, ever, ever, ever have anybody underneath these things while they're moving. There's a lot of I've seen some things on YouTube that show people drilling holes into the side of the frame to put lock pins in. There are some holes up here that you can put lock pins in to keep the bed from ever dropping down. But again, this wasn't the bed that dropped. The bed was secure. It was our desk that dropped, and just one side. Again, if somebody had been underneath that, it would have hurt for sure. Probably injured them pretty good, because you know it's the weight of the desk dropping on your head. Your head's not really made for that. But anyway, the fix was not that hard, just tedious with some time, right? You got to get them lined back up so that they both go up at the same time. So that took some measurements and some remeasurements and all those types of things. But hey, that's how you adjust your Happijac or fix your Happijac after it collapses. But again, first time it's failed in 2.5 years. Not bad, but it did scare us, and we're glad nobody was injured, nobody was underneath it while it was coming down. But again, we don't ever lower them or raise them with people under them, so there's that. Anyway, we hope that you enjoyed the video, maybe that you learned something about how to work on your Happijac system. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It certainly helps us out a lot. I'll put a QR code up here somewhere. I don't remember where it goes. I think maybe over here. But anyway, we'll put it there. Remember to subscribe. And until next time, guys, we hope that you find your next destination. Thanks so much for watching.
And living in the RV is sublime. Destination full time.